Kawaki has finally hit the point where every tragic ninja in Naruto's history eventually reaches. The crossroads where power stops being a choice and instead it becomes a necessity. And Boruto fans, this time it might be different because we aren't talking about karma evolutions. We aren't talking about Isshiki upgrades or ninja tech upgrades or ninja tech training wheels. We are talking about potentially Shibai-Ōtsutsuki cells, the being whose scream was able to shake the earth, whose gesture could call forth storms that cause natural disasters. The origin of every god tier shinjutsu that we've seen in the series so far all traces back to Shibai-Ōtsutsuki, a being who ate so many chakra fruits that he no longer needed a body, he just transcended. And Kawaki, he right now is cornered, he's panicked, he's desperate, and he might be able to demand the impossible of Amado, which is Shibai-Ōtsutsuki cells. Not Isshiki crumbs, not any more Amado prototypes. The real god DNA. So join me in today's newest Naruto Explained video where your OBC, your original Boruto chief, breaks down why Kawaki's desperation for power is a much bigger problem than you may have realized. Also, don't forget to check out my Anime Explained channel where I discuss non-Naruto anime and manga. Videos on Spy Family and My Hero will be getting uploaded on that channel soon. Also, don't forget to check out my Everything One Piece Explained channel where I discuss only One Piece from explained videos to blind reacting to the series chapter by chapter as a brand new reader who has never been spoiled, which right now I am currently in the current arc of Elbaf. For those who are curious, both will be linked in the description box. So first and foremost, we got to start with the unbeatable goal of Kawaki, which is to become unbeatable. And this is the moment where Kawaki snapped. So Amado, he sat there reviewing all the battle footage of Kawaki versus Jura, calmly doing his scientist thing. Computers were computing, basically. If you get that reference, you're a top 10% subscriber. And then he dropped the line that no warrior ever wanted to hear. Yep, Jura's unbeatable. And Kawaki, he didn't hesitate. He didn't breathe. He didn't analyze. He stepped in with a hot take faster than Code got his ass whooped once he got his limiters removed. He basically started challenging that very premise itself. He said, "You're wrong. I can beat him. I just need more power." And I don't think that was confidence. I think that argues more so for obsession. That was a child soldier who had tasted helplessness far too many times in his life, and he refuses to feel it ever again because of his obsession with Naruto. And right here, in this moment, Kawaki potentially is preparing to cross another line, physically threatening Amado when he warned that any further power would destroy Kawaki's body. Kawaki's response, he doesn't care, because this isn't about survival anymore. It hasn't been for a very long time. For Kawaki, winning is living. Protection equals purpose. Naruto's safety, it equals meaning. Meaning for his existence. Justification for all of his actions. Everything else is pretty much disposable. That old lady walking down the street, if she don't have on a Naruto t-shirt, then Kawaki probably won't save her unless he absolutely has to. And this also extends to his own life. And this brings me to why Isshiki's power might not be enough, or rather it isn't enough. We already know that. So Kawaki walked into this battle with Jura and he was fueled with Isshiki's power, a god whose raw attack power dwarfed nearly, or not even nearly, every threat in Boruto Part 1, and it took Naruto getting that massive power buff from Baryon mode in order to even have a chance, and even then it burned out too quickly. Naruto would have been killed had that fight continued. Jura ended up tanking Kawaki using that same power. He didn't flinch, he didn't retreat, he didn't panic. He didn't even power up in response. He just took the god tree, healed up the injuries, pulled out his book and said, "Fam, sit your bitch ass down." Jura took Kawaki's best shots, and he stood there like a predator, watching its prey exhaust himself. That psychologically is devastating for someone like Kawaki, just given the fact that Kawaki is somebody who understands power, in particular the hierarchy that power gives somebody. Kawaki sacrificed peace. He sacrificed family in the form of sealing away Naruto and Hinata and driving his brother Boruto into exile. He sacrificed identity. Let's go back to the fact that he sealed Naruto. Naruto was arguably his strongest emotional anchor. He believed at the end of the day, using Ōtsutsuki power would be enough to accomplish the goal, create a world where Naruto could be safe. He believed by getting Isshiki's full attack power that maybe he stood a chance against somebody like Jura. He was skeptical at first, but given the major threat that Jura presented, he went to Amado and asked for Isshiki's attack power. Instead, he discovered a horrifyingly new reality. His original suspicions were completely correct. Isshiki's power was already outdated. He's yesterday's boogeyman. He isn't the ceiling anymore. That ceiling is Jura. That's right. There's a new top of the food chain. And at the very tippy top is Jura. That's not just a threat. That's a biological destiny. A walking answer to the question, what does the Ōtsutsuki life cycle evolve into when it reaches the next state? Ōtsutsuki thought, oh yeah, we're just gonna become gods. Jura said, it doesn't matter if you thought you were gonna become a god, I am God. Jura would whoop Isshiki's ass. The scaling is quite clear. Kawaki didn't just lose a fight. He lost the illusion that Isshiki's power would open up doors to potentially make him untouchable. Jura versus Isshiki video will be coming, waiting for an editor to get freed up to do that video, but again, the scaling is very clear. Now, this is where we have to shift over to Shibai-Ōtsutsuki, the Ōtsutsuki who ascended to godhood, where all the other Ōtsutsuki in the series so far in the series have all been chasing after him. So with Shibai, he's not a legend. He's not a rumor. He's the apex evolution. He devoured worlds until the concept of a physical body became something beneath him. He transcended. His chakra, his genes, they are pure Shinjutsu itself. Reality bending power woven into his DNA. We saw that with Ada. And this is what fragments, let me restate this. This is what fragments of his power have done. Kashin Koji has 10 directions, a prophecy style chronovision that sees probabilities for timelines. Ada has the Senrigan. She has retrocognition. She has reality manipulating omnipotence. Her desires become reality on mere whims whenever she gets emotional enough to trigger the power. Damon, he has absolute attack reflection. Those are just mere crumbs, scraps, drops of divinity that has basically been diluted so mortals can use them. If that's the appetizer, then what the hell is the main course? Kawaki, you better believe he knows it. Amado already knows it. Shibai's DNA, that's the nuclear button in this post-ninja world. And Kawaki is standing there with his hand over the key. He's breathing heavy and he's saying, Amado, if you don't turn this damn thing, your daughter's never gonna get revived. Give me these Shibai cells. And that now transitions me to Kawaki's consequentialist mindset and why that makes him extremely dangerous. So Kawaki does not think like Naruto. He doesn't think like Boruto. He doesn't care about the shinobi way. He doesn't care about honor. He doesn't care about mutual survival. Kawaki's morality is very brutal and very simple. If an action protects Naruto, that action is right. If the action does not lead to Naruto being protected, it's a waste of time. He sealed Naruto to protect him. Had Hinata not been there, Hinata would have been one of the people running around, doting on him, thinking that he was Naruto's child. He threatens allies in order to protect Naruto. He's trying to kill his own son because he thinks that's going to protect Naruto. He triggered omnipotence in Ada, swap memories, basically swap destinies, if you will, in order to protect Naruto. Because when omnipotence was triggered, all of a sudden, Boruto, a threat that he wished would have been killed, was now in a position where people no longer looked at him as Naruto's son and they viewed him as an outsider and they tried to kill him. Life, ethics, his own sanity, all that is expendable. This mindset, it isn't random. It comes from trauma. a childhood where he was experimented on, a childhood where he was taught that power equaled survival, a world that only valued him truly as a weapon, a world that only truly valued him as Isshiki's vessel, again, his childhood. Naruto gave him a father figure who finally gave him true, sincere love, only that ended up having to be stolen away. Before Kawaki sealed Naruto, who did Naruto choose? He chose Boruto. He told Kawaki, if you're going to kill Boruto, you better kill me first. For someone like Kawaki, that cut very deeply. When Kawaki says he'll disappear after protecting Naruto, he isn't being dramatic. He quite literally means it. His mission isn't to live beside Naruto in this peaceful world that he creates. His mission is to create that world, and if Naruto wants to kill him, he told Naruto, you can kill me after I kill your son. He's told people like Delta they can kill him after everything's done. Kawaki basically is planning to lower his defenses to absolute zero so somebody could kill him. This might be Kiba's shining moment. So when Amato says those Shibai cells could break your body, the ninja tech you want me to further enhance your body with could break your body, Kawaki's real thought is good. That means it is strong enough. Kawaki does not care about living or dying. And this now brings me to why he might, or rather is likely gonna demand those Shibai cells. So let's look at his current reality. Code evolved, the Shinju, they emerged, Jura has eclipsed Isshiki, Boruto has surpassed Kawaki, though Kawaki with these Isshiki upgrades, you could argue stronger now, and he is a threat in Kawaki's eyes nevertheless, because Boruto's never used the Karma Seal, so for all we know, Boruto could still be stronger. Every time Kawaki upgrades, the world seems to just jump ahead. This isn't a power race, it's a treadmill with no finish line. And Kawaki, he is bleeding, he is desperate, and he is running out of time. He knows that Karma, it isn't enough. He knows that Amato's ninja tech upgrades won't be enough either. He knows now that Isshiki's chakra's not enough, so what's left? The only power in existence proven to rewrite the laws of reality itself. Shibai cells aren't Kawaki's plan B. They're the last door at the end of a burning hallway. And if he walks through, you better believe that there is no coming back. And that also now brings me to his inevitable downward spiral. And we as Naruto fans know there have been some legendary crash outs, but none of those crash outs have a damn thing on what we're about to see potentially from Kawaki when he realizes things just got out of hand. This is the moment where Naruto foreshadowed when he begged Kawaki to reconsider his actions. Kawaki sealed away Naruto, and that entire interaction leading to it where Naruto was gambling that Kawaki would not kill Naruto, and by extension, if he couldn't kill Naruto, he wouldn't kill Boruto, because Naruto was gambling on the good inside of Kawaki's heart. For as much of a doofus as Naruto is, Hokage Naruto is underratedly wise. You could argue he's too trusting, but he is underratedly wise, and Naruto has always had a high emotional intelligence. Naruto knew if he did not reel Kawaki in, Kawaki would descend further into a hole where he might not be able to save. And with Kawaki's character, even Naruto said, you're starting to creep me out a little bit, because Naruto's beginning to see that hero worship, that fathership longing that Kawaki had, it was becoming borderline self-destructive. And this is one of those times where devotion, when you look through history, devotion, it can rot into full-blown fanaticism as well as into full-blown fascism. Kawaki will take power even if it kills him, even if it corrupts him, even if it warps him into something that Naruto himself would never, ever agree with. Because Kawaki's mission, it has swallowed him up. And the sad truth, he believes that Naruto would understand. Maybe not in the moment, maybe not when the emotions are high, maybe not even when He tells Naruto he can kill him after, say, he kills Boruto, unseals Naruto, and says, Naruto shoved that Rasengan inside of me. He's thinking somewhere later down the line, Naruto would understand he did the right thing. We know that's not true, but when somebody is a fanatic, they're not thinking clearly. And this now brings me to the also important parallel. Naruto and Sasuke versus Boruto and Kawaki. Boruto must save Kawaki. That's the poetic tragedy. Kawaki thinks by sealing Naruto he saved him, but Naruto never truly needed saving. Kawaki did. Naruto never needed to be protected. Kawaki did. And now Boruto is faced with the same burden that Naruto once carried. Save a friend that is drowning in darkness. Try to save that friend from themselves. Try to save that friend when the world inevitably is going to call for them to be killed. Save the boy who sought out power because of the trauma that they endured. Save the person that is willing to sacrifice their humanity in the name of love that is twisted into obsession. Go back to Naruto's speech to Sasuke after Sasuke told him his plans for what he would do after he killed Naruto. Use the 9 Biju to break the infinite Tsukiyomi since he did not need Naruto, and what Sasuke planned to do with the ninja world. Naruto had to save him from that. Just as Sasuke wasn't a villain, Kawaki wasn't a villain. Both of them, they are tragedy. He's Sasuke rewritten to a degree into a god evolution where the curse mark has been replaced with the Karma seal and genetics. When Kawaki finally breaks, those Shibai cells might be something he turns to. Boruto won't be fighting him to win. He'll be fighting him to bring him home, just like Naruto did with Sasuke, just like every cycle before them symbolically. Because even though we're in an Ōtsutsuki era right now, even though gods are rising, even though worlds could potentially fall, the greatest struggle in the Naruto verse always remains the same. Saving the person who lost themselves, trying to protect those that they care for, trying to protect an ideology that they care for. At the end of the day, that is ironically a very shinobi thing to do, which is why Boruto says, I didn't think you would go this far. And he also says, in response to the age of the shinobi is over, I'm still a shinobi. Obviously, if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing and clicking here to check out more videos from Naruto Explained, or click here to check out videos from other 2 anime channels where I talk about non-Naruto content.